Hi everyone. Today I'd like to talk about chord inversions. Now unfortunately chords don't always come in closed root position. They come in three varieties. They come in root position or 5-3, first inversion or 6-3, or second inversion 6-4. Now just to explain this, just look at the formation of these chords first. Here are two root position chords. You'll notice that there's no gap in between any of these notes. This is in a space, this is in a space, this is in a space. This is a line, line, line. When I get to first inversion, you'll notice that the bottom two notes, there's no gap, but there's a gap at the top. When I get to the second inversion chord, the top two notes are together, but there's a gap at the bottom. Now I want to get into what these chords are called. An inversion means to flip. So really what's happening is in a root position chord, the root of the chord, or what the chord is named, is going to be at the bottom. So this is an F major chord, and we call this chord a root position chord, and it's a 5-3. We know that it is a root position chord because of the fact that the notes are all together like this. There's no gaps. Okay, so the technical name for this chord is 5-3. Why 5-3? Well, because the distance from here, the bottom note, to the top note is a fifth. If I were to count F, G, A, B flat, C, that's a fifth. So that's 5. And then the distance from F to A, F, G, A, is 3. Therefore, the chord is a 5-3. The next chord is also a root position. This is an E minor chord. You'll notice here that we have the outside two notes are E to B. E, F, G, A, B, that is a fifth. And the middle two notes, E, F, or actually technically F sharp, G, that is a third. So we have a 5-3. Now let's go to the first inversion. Now really what we're doing here is, all we're doing is we're taking the bottom note of the chord and putting it onto the top. That's why it's called the first inversion. It's the first flip of the chord. So we call this a 6-3. Why is it a 6-3? Well, because the bottom note and the top note, the distance is 6. So here I have an E on the bottom and a C on the top. E, F, G, A, B, C, that is a 6. And then we have E to G, E, F, G, that is a third. So we have a 6-3. This also is a 6-3 chord. If it were root position, this G would be here on the bottom and it would be nice and closed, but the G is on the top, so we see the gap. So we have a B up to G, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, that is a 6. And then we have B to D, B, C, D, 3. So this would be a 6-3 or a first inversion. Finally, we have our 6-4 or second inversion chord. Here we have another C chord, but in this case the C is on the bottom. Sorry, I apologize. The G is on the bottom here. And so what we have here is we have a G and an E. So we have G, A, B, C, D, E, that is a 6. And then here from G to C, G, A, B, C, that's 4. So we have a 6-4. Here we have another E minor chord here, but the B is on the bottom. And what we have here, so B to G, we go B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, that is 6. And then B to E, B, C, D, and E. So therefore that is a 6-4 chord. Those are our three chord inversions: root position or 5-3, first inversion or 6-3, second inversion or 6-4. Now you understand chord inversions.